So Adrian Newey has started work at Aston Martin's Formula 1 team, and things aren't looking too terrible by the standards of what we were expecting anyway for Aston Martin. I were expecting them to almost be backmarkers this season. They seem solidly in the midfield, they're not troubling the top 4 teams, but they're in that mix really, at least surprisingly in the hands of Lance Stroll anyway. Fernando Alonso is really struggling with that car. I mean, I'm recording this after free practice for the Japanese Grand Prix, and Alonso had another accident. He ran off into the gravel trap and got beached, unfortunately for him. So he's not even finished the race yet, let alone scored points. So he's really struggling in the car. Lance Stroll seems to be doing okay, I guess. But anyway, the kind of rumours around Newey was that, he's not really going to work much on a 2025 car, but there is some promise in that car. I think there is some potential in it, to be honest. They definitely are performing better than what they were at the end of last season, really. They're around 5th, 6th fastest, really. Not too far off, really. But according to Fernando Alonso, Adrian Newey has no big ideas yet for their car. Let's have a look at this full article on the F1Chronicle.com. As always, guys, let's have a look at the full story behind this. Adrian Newey has no big ideas about how to add pace to Aston Martin's current car. That's the admission of Fernando Alonso exactly 1 month after the renowned Formula 1 designer genius started work at the Silverstone-based team. The team has made no secret of the fact that Newey is working on the all-new 2026 car project, while leaving the door open for former Red Bull designer to contribute to the development of this year's machine. But Aston Martin is just 7th in the constructors' standings at present, while 2-time world champion Fernando Alonso is yet to even score a single point or finish a race. I think he's more focused on a 2026 car, Alonso told Spanish journalists when asked if Newey was helping to improve the current situation. I'm sure he's following the races and in the meetings in the factory, but because obviously you can't be completely disconnected from this year's car, I'm sure he's having conversation from time to time to try and improve this one. But I'm not aware of any big ideas from Adrian for the 2025 car so far, he added in Suzuka. Alonso seems content with the transitional season, with hopes high that Newey will pull off his usual trick of mastering the new regulations from the very start. It's normal in F1, he said. Whenever there's a major regulation change, the previous season is a bit on hold for a lot of teams. If you're not fighting for the World Championship, which maybe only 3 or 4 teams are fighting for the rest of the season, it's a campaign where you're trying to prepare for the next one. So it's not only about improving this year's car, but everything in general, like the organisation, just to be ready for a better opportunity, Alonso added. So yeah, I think we could be at that stage now. It wouldn't surprise me if they turn the taps off for Aston Martin in terms of development anytime soon. It really wouldn't do, because yeah, they're clearly not in the leading pack. They're not doing as bad as what a lot of people thought, but I'd be surprised if they want to go even a little percentage on this year's car. I don't see the point for them really, unless they're pretty confident of being able to get 5th. And with the fact that Alonso is crashing so much, clearly shows that that car is very inconsistent. It's very unstable. Perhaps an upgrade would help with that. You think it would do? There's no guarantees, and in a cost cap era, you gotta be budgeting and managing the resource of what you've got available in terms of the personnel, in terms of the money. It's all got to go into the equation. And do they want to put a gamble on 2025? Because at the end of the day, like I always say with Aston Martin, and it's easy to laugh at this given their current form, but they are in Formula 1 to win the World Championship. They are. They're not a team that want to be in the midfield or back markers. They don't want to be there to compete. With the greatest of respect to the likes of Force India in the past, they did fantastically well. They absolutely did, and they deserve all their success. But frankly, for a team like that, just being a part of Formula 1 was a huge statement. Aston Martin being part of Formula 1, yeah, it's cool, but it's not a statement. This is a marquee with such incredible history behind it, both in road cars, in popular culture, and in racing as well. They have a lot of pedigree in all of that. So to be a part of Formula 1 is cool, but it's not what they want. They want to be winning the damn thing. They want to be winning it all. Simple as that. And the only way they're going to do that anytime soon is to go all in on 2026 and hope that Honda power unit is the best on the grid. They've given themselves the best opportunity. They have a works engine. They have the best designer in the history of Formula 1. and they have one of the best drivers in the history of Formula One, and another driver that is somehow outscoring him right now. I don't know how, but he is. So thoughts in the comments below, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe as always. I want to hear what you have to say about this, and yeah, I'll link something nice at the end of the video, probably something about Alonso or Aston Martin, or maybe the Japanese Grand Prix, because that's happening this weekend. So yeah, see you soon, guys. Have a good one.